ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ओम जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिं मृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणाचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादि ऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादि ऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो नमः। आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः। दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय गिरिवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। आदिशंकराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कंदः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपम् स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः। चैंट फ्रॉम 23। यज्ञानां ब्रह्मयज्ञोऽहं व्रतानाम् अविहिंसनं वायुवग्न्यर्काम्बुवागात्मा शुचीनामप्यहं शुचिः योगानाम् आत्मसंरोधः मन्त्रोऽस्मि विजिगीषताम् आन्वीक्षिकी कौशलानां विकल्पः ख्यातिवादिनां स्त्रीणां तु शतरूपाहं पुंसां स्वायंभुवो मनुः नारायणो मुनीनां च कुमारो ब्रह्मचारिणां धर्माणाम् अस्मि सन्न्यासः क्षेमाणाम् अबहिर्मतिः गुह्यानां सूनृतं मौनं मिथुनानाम् अजस्त्वहं संवत्सरोऽस्मि अनिमिषां नाम ऋतूनां मधुमाधवौ मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं नक्षत्राणां तथाभिजितो अहं युगानां चकृतं धीराणां देवलोसितः द्वैपायनोऽस्मि व्यासानां कवीनां काव्य आत्मवान् वासुदेवो भगवतां त्वं तु भागवतेष्वहं किं पुरुषाणां तु हनुमान् विद्याध्राणां सुदर्शनः रत्नानां पद्मरागोऽस्मि पद्मकोशः सुपेशसां कुशोऽस्मि दर्भजातीनां गव्यमाज्यं हविष्वहं व्यवसायिनाम् अहं लक्ष्मीः कितवानां छलग्रहः तितिक्षास्मि तितिक्षूणां सत्वं सत्त्ववतामहम् ओजःसहो बलवतां कर्माहं विद्धि सात्वतां सात्वतां नवमूर्तीनाम् आदिमूर्तिरहं परा विश्वावसुः पूर्वचित्तिः गन्धर्वाप्सरसामहं भूधराणामहं स्थैर्यं गन्धमात्रमहं भुवः अपां रसश्च परमः तेजिष्ठानां विभावसुः प्रभासूर्येन्दुताराणां शब्दोऽहं नभसः परः ब्रह्मण्यानां बलिरहं वीराणामहमर्जुनः भूतानां स्थितिरुत्पत्तिः अहं वै प्रतिसङ्क्रमः गत्युक्त्युत्सर्गोपादानं आनन्दस्पर्शलक्षणम् आस्वादश्रुत्यवघ्राणम् अहं सर्वेन्द्रियेन्द्रियं पृथिवी वायुराकाश आपो ज्योतिरहं महान् विकारः पुरुषो व्यक्तं रजः सत्त्वं तमः परम् अहमेतत् प्रसङ्ख्यानं ज्ञानं तत्त्वविनिश्चयः महेश्वरेण जीवेन गुणेन गुणिना विना सर्वात्मनापि सर्वेण न भावो विद्यते क्वचितो सङ्ख्यानं परमाणूनां कालेन क्रियते मया न तथा मे विभूतीनां सृजतोऽण्डानि कोटिशः तेजश्रीः कीर्तिरैश्वर्यं ह्रीस्त्यागः सौभगं भगः वीर्यं तितिक्षा विज्ञानं यत्र यत्र समेंशकः एतास्ते कीर्तिताः सर्वाः संक्षेपेण विभूतयः मनोविकारा एव हिते यथा वाचाभिधीयते वाचं यच्च मनो यच्च प्राणान्यच्चेन्द्रियाणि च आत्मानमात्मना यच्च न भूयः कल्पसे ध्वने यो वै वाङ्मनसि सम्यक् संयच्छन् असंयच्छन् धिया यतिः तस्य व्रतं तपो ज्ञानं स्रवत्यामघटाम्बुवत् तस्मान्मनोवच प्राणान् नियच्छेन्मत्परायणः मद्भक्तियुक्तया बुद्ध्या ततः परिसमाप्यते इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे षोडशोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अमृतः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चितगर्हिचित ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिरित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच हरि ओम् salutations to the Lord, to all our Bhagavatacharyas and the Gurus, and to all you welcome, the great, sincere, regular, serious sadhakas. Till we stabilize ourselves in that absolute reality or the truth, with all our efforts and sadhanas, we keep on slipping to a jiva bhava, from that into the dehadi tadatmya, this side. Simultaneously, that side, we slip into the acceptance of the world's presence as well as the reality to the world. Then these two delusions of the world's reality and I am Dehosmi, these two delusions lead to the third thing, ki I, now Dehosmi, will want something of this world in front. Then I keep on struggling. Every time when I struggle, something comes to me positive, definitely something comes to me negative. Because the world is made of both, a balance of both. Like if you eat sweet, it is tasty to eat, but it spoils the health. If you sleep, it is so good, but then it is wastage of time. Is it not? There is a pair of opposite dvandva with which the jagat is there. And the one he who is trying for something and getting along with that something else, thus remaining in Dvandva, is called as samsara. So now we are in this level of samsara, where I am this, world is in front of me, I want this or that. It can be things, grass, it can be people, it can be various conveniences or experiences. In the samsara, and it is endless. Samsara is compared with ocean, but ocean is endful because after one shore there is no ocean there. Below also, after some 100 or whatever kilometers, ocean is not there. It is endful. Samsara will not end by itself. The only way is to go back, trace back, both from the world being reality to the reality behind the world. So too, Dehosmi from here to Brahmasmi. If you do it in one life, you are liberated. If you don't do it, you are choosing to be bound. For as many Mahakalpas as possible. It goes on. Nobody will stop us. So the Shastras not only tell this thing to us, they also tell us the upaya to slowly come out of it. Those are all the things which you have to understand, do. And the doing is called as doing sadhana. And all sadhana or all samsara, first of all, is nowhere except in our own mind's misunderstanding. There is one thing called mind, second is the misunderstandings in the mind. Solutions also are there again in the mind in two forms. One, making the mind rightly understand everything, then transcend the mind. Listen these things. Try to feel what is being said. So, in trying to make the mind understanding only all the satsangas. After all the understandings is done, what is understood is mind alone is cause of all samsara. Therefore, transcend it. Transcendence of the mind happens in dhyanam. Once transcend and experience it, that alone, no more misunderstandings, miscalculations, misinterpretations, wrong identifications, or bondages. No more stay there. One of the process of training our mind, culturing our mind is to visualize one in the many. As a part of it, here in Gita as well as here in Bhagavata Puranam, Bhagavan himself is giving us the sadhana of vibhoothis. Every day, few vibhoothis we are seeing. And then just listening never helps. With faith, we have to imagine those things as Lord to such an extent that we are convinced that in that form, the Lord alone. When you do the practice with that Shraddha, that will happen. Just like in the wood, you saw the window or the door. Went on calling it as door, door, window, window. Now nobody says, open the wood. Is it not? Why are you banging the wood? They don't say. They say, open the window. Why are you banging the door? Where is the door there? Where is window? What is there is wood only. How it happened? Because of practice. Everybody accepted it. In the same way, when we do reverse of it, start seeing everything as Bhagavan's expression, then the multiplicity stops influencing our mind to react. React in the form of Kama, Krodha, Adi. Everything is Vibhuti of the Lord is the second stage. Final stage is other than Lord, there is no thing. Second stage is everything is Lord's Vibhuti. Before that, the first stage is a practice session, a training session. You know, in that period, the new employee is joined in the office, he is kept for 6 months in that particular period. They call it as some training period, all that. Probationary. Same way, the practice of vibhuti is the first stage. Without practice of vibhutis, we cannot have the acceptance that everything is vibhuti of Lord. Without that second stage, the third stage, therefore, the Lord is beyond all that, this will not come to us. It has to be done. It is difficult. We made it difficult because we only went far away. Now, when we go far away from the goodness or goal, it is our responsibility only to come nearer to it also. In fact, while going far away, there was a temptation of sukha, but what we came to is only dukkha. While coming near to the Lord, there is a seeming difficulty on the path and effort, but when you reach out, it is sukha, ananda, ananda only. Hope you got this point. Yeah, it is difficult again and again to become aware of the mind and its thoughts and consciously, deliberately change the thoughts of the mind from the worldliness to the divine. Yeah, but then everything is practice. Once we do for some time, it starts becoming lesser and lesser difficult, more and more easier, then natural. Then you are in that always. This is what the rishis, munis, gurus, before they come into the limelight, they do in their own secret chambers of meditation or upasana, whatever. That period is not seen by us. Those decades, sometimes it requires some lives also. Some yogis, some sadhakas, also 50 lives if it is required for him. He is born in the human deha, he is not at all there in the world anywhere. He just somewhere going on doing sadhana. Karke, slowly it happens. So too for all of us. First point. Second is we are at the information level. At least if we are lazy at the level of information, also we have never started our journey. How much we do, it's all your choice, but never miss to gather information. Because at one time when we get frustrated in the world, depressed in the world, dejected in the world, despondent in the world, miserable in the world, the only thing which protects us is this information which we are gathering now, which reminds us, oh, that was heard, actually, that is the life's goal that I should have done. In of that I came this way, therefore I am suffering. Otherwise, one becomes suicidal only. Why such a problems in life coming? I can't live anymore. You will become totally withdrawn type. I'm not saying that such problems will come, but some problem of old age nearing to the death to natural to everyone. No, this is not a curse, it's natural. What saves us at that time? That's why Adi Shankar Bhagwan in the very first shloka, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहीं नहीं रक्षति कुरुम करण. At the time of departure, none and nothing will help us except the Bhaja Govinda. This is given to a very low level of Sika. If somebody is serious, to him though we say, he with so many lives of Punya, you got an opportunity to listen about the Vibhoothis and Vibhuti Upasana. Encash it this very moment. Never look here and there. Never look back again. Even once. Just keep moving. जो होगा देखा जाएगा बाद. कुछ होने वाला नहीं है except getting out of all this samsara and getting into that cool chambers of Bhagwan's protection. More so, the one who's more and more tuning with Vibhuti sadhana, if he is so intense in that sadhanas, he will even have the darshan of the Lord in those forms to give us more and more conviction and confirmations. And thus, the Satyatva Buddhi of Jagat is replaced to the Satyatva Buddhi of Bhagavan. Then the Nityatva Samachittatva also replaced from the Jagat into the Lord. Lord alone is true, Lord alone is eternal, Lord alone is bliss. And that is in me only as me. Slowly to that highest level also we evolve. Right now, see, from some other identity, we came to the identity of the listener of Bhagavata. A transformation has come in our identity, no? Then the regular listener of Bhagavata. It's an improved edition of our identity. Then the understander of the Bhagavata. Then the liker of the Bhagavata. Then the enjoyer of the Bhagavata. And convinced person of Bhagavata. Practitioner of Bhagavata. Our identities change. Then the experiencer of Bhagavatam, that he himself is experiencing what is said. That's how these things, when we remember, we get charged and empowered. We are kept on track. Our life is like the driving of two-wheeler. As it is so smoothly driven, it is not as smooth as it is seen. At every moment, there is a chance for the fall because of the Gurutva Akarshana, gravitation. But then, continuously, that rider keeps on monitoring, balancing. Because it became natural to him, he doesn't feel that effort. In the same way, our life is a continuous two-wheeler driver like that in being aware about and doing sadhanas. Given a chance, fall down. So knowing all these things, keep ourselves on the track, keep on moving. So Bhagavan himself is saying, you worship me in this as this form, as Uddhav himself asked. There Arjuna asked. Yeah. Now let us see from today. Yajnanam Brahma Yajnoham 23rd mantra. Yesterday we already saw. Again, just repetition. Yajnanam Brahma Yajnaha. Yajna means the cooperative, selfless, dedicated endeavor by the entire society for a common goal. In that, Bhagavan says, I am Brahma Yajna. Means what? If the Veda Jnanam is wide, fully spread everywhere, in which all the Dharmartha Kamoksha Prapti is exhaustively explained in a righteous manner, not in a unrighteous manner. Not only the people protect themselves from the Papa, but also they get whatever they want in Vedas, because the Moksha Purushartha is exhaustively, beautifully explained in the Vedanta and Upanishad. If not today, some other day, to each of the Jiva, the inspiration to achieve the ultimate comes inner, then he becomes a true Adhyatmika sadhaka to revolve ultimately without any devolution. Without the Brahma Yajna of the Vedas, we do the things as we like or want. It is like some problem has come health may without consulting doctor. If you take your own medicine, it will aggravate and it will add to new problems. In the same way, if you don't take the Vedic way of lifestyle, we dance to the tunes of our own mind's projections, or we dance to the tunes of other equally ignorant person's mind's projections. In that, all that is topsy turvy. Promising is that of Sukha, but landing up is in Dukkha. Because Sukha is only in Paramatma, not here. Ultimate Nirantara Sukha is in Paramatma Prapti. Even temporary Sukhas also are there when the Paramatma bestows on us. And He will give us when we do work righteously. The righteous work is what Vedas told us to do. That's why in our Adi Shankaras Sadhana Panchakam, the first two mantras, is it not? First two vakyas. Vedo nityam adhiyatam. Study Vedas every day. Then tad uditam karma swanushtiyatam. Only the karma indicated there alone you do. It can be the yajna karma for your kamana purti. There is upasana karma to fulfill or to please the Lord's, or it is your jnana sadhana karma to know the Paramatma Tattva. Tadudam karma sushtu anushtiyata. There's no doubt at all about it. Safe. That's why never ever live life as you want. Want itself is wrong. Live life as indicated. Then we are always safe. Just like the physical health, according to the dietitians, according to the medical doctors, according to all these doctors we live, so too the doctors of the life, doctors of Manabuddhi or the Rishis, Gurus, they gave us the prescriptions in the form of Shastra. That is why Bhagavan says, Yajnanam Brahma Yajno. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya means live life according to Vedic injunction, Shastric injunction. That's why our today morning ABCD class also Shastra Jnana Shakti we spoke. Safest is this. Yajnanam Brahma Yajna. So imagine a society where everyone is taught about Veda Jnanam. according to only their by choice living. Where are quarrels? Where are problems? Where are hatreds? Where are competitions, deceits, cheating each other? कुछ नहीं होगा. That's unwanted. Who wants to be suffering the diseases? No. But why disease came? Unwanted food you took, unwanted things you did. That's why. आ गए मत करो ना. This is actually corona is called. No, you have to add mat corona, mat corona, mat corona, mat corona. Clear? Yajnanam Brahma Yajnoham. So to Vratanam Abhimsanam. Right now only close eyes for 10 seconds. Take a vow. I will not do himsa of anyone, even once, even in dream. On the other hand, I will pray and do my best for the safety, security, comfort, prosperity, progress, evolution of all jivas around. Minimum I can do is doing prarthana to the Lord. Oh Lord, evolve all the jivas. Abhimsanam is the greatest of the vrata. And a human being's life should be filled with yajnas and vratas. The यज्ञ क्या है व्रत क्या है बता दिया हो गया. Now our life should be shuchi pavitra. Four things do the shuchi at the gross level. Fifth thing does the shuchi at the subtle subjective inner level. What are the four things to do Suchi? Purity, because impurity invokes all negativities. At the gross level, all the bacteria, fungus, and virals for the infections. At the subtle level, all the Rakshasi gunasu, all the Tamasika gunasu. That's how when you don't take bath, mind still feels like sleepy. Once you take bath, mind says, let me do japa 5 minutes. Shuchi. When the body got that Shuchi, then you don't feel like getting up out of bed. But keep the bed there only. Go bath, take bath. And then imagine you don't even touch the bed. You don't feel like because you are fresh. So Shuchi invokes all the good. Ashuchi apavitrata invokes all the bad. That is why Nitya Mantrocharana Devata Swagatam. All the Kama Krodha Sambandha Ucharana Dushta Rakshasa Swagatam. What you want, your choice. So the four things which purify are Vayu, Agni, Arka, Ambu. Vayu is the winds, Agni the fire, Arka Surya Bhagavan, Ambu water. If these four are not there, how Avavitra Ashuchi the entire world would be? Made mainly by human being. Because among all 84 lakhs of jivas, it's only human being into which whatever it goes comes out as such a dirtiest thing. No other animal. Such a worst is only human body. Is it not? The Gurudev says a human being is such fellow, such a wonderful food, fragrant, he converts into dirty matter, and that is what your human stupid body he says. Imagine the crores of people we are there. These four things are not there to purify. What would have been our condition? Bhagavan, see, no, for that sustenance purity is required. Therefore, to keep on purifying, he at the universal level has sent these purifying aspects or agents permanently and freely. Vayu, Arka, Ambu, all this. Agni. In fact, we have to thank them continuously for impurity, removing impurities and keeping everything pure at the gross level. Now, subtler level, speech. Speech is the one which purifies, as we saw yesterday, all the impurities. If one thing we learn of how to speak sweetly, we can purify our antakarana, we can purify others. Like when we abuse others, it is we feel hurt or bad and then abuse. So too when we speak sweetly to others, first we feel happy, Self respect comes to us that I could speak lovingly and remove the ashuchi of misunderstandings between each other. Shuchi. Please, all problems in relations is because of inability to speak rightly. Early morning also we saw 20 minutes this topic. Jihva me madhumattama, Telugu talk, you know, Karna abhyam bhuri vishram. See, same day Lord is giving same thought 3 4 times, giving a chance for us to learn, implement and improve. One thing in communication is never have gap. If you hate that person, you tell once, yeah, I'm hating you, please don't enter into my life. Tell once. That is such a punya you do because the fact is known, that fellow goes happily. He may suffer for some time, but slowly he knows anyway that person. If you don't communicate and keep hiding in you, you are creating naraka to that person in this life. You will enter into naraka for 10 lives. Never ever have gap in communication. You don't like someone, tell, please for this reason I don't like you. That's it. What a stupid funny people we keep the gap in communication. Never have gap of communication with the Lord, with the parents, with your own near relations and guru. Anybody for that matter. If that is not done, then the issues they start becoming issues and they become such an aggravated volcano that the whole life and the heart is spoiled only for small trivials. That's why whenever I see these film industry mein vagara, they get separated, I really appreciate them. They tried to patch, if they could not, they communicate, they separated. At least they will suffer sometime, but later on they are okay, no? Communication gap nahi hona speech mein. So many ways of communication nowadays. You can't orally say, you send a message. Swamiji, I don't like you anymore. You tell it. It is, I understand, accept it now. It's good. I'm fine. Okay, na? Anybody for that matter. Kruratva it is if communication is not done. Shuchi. Everything becomes Shuchi when we learn the art of speech. Therefore, Vak. Here also the Vak is Bhagavad Sambandha Vak, Veda Sambandha Vak, Anubhav se aane wala Vak, and the Vak of Guru in which he nothing but blesses us with his tapashakti through those words of Anugraha. That speech of blessedness, purification is me. So, in all these 5 aspects, which are purifying things, the purification aspect is me. Shuchinam aham api Shuchinam api aham shuchihi. So you can separate these two as 2 विभूतिस. वायु अग्नि अर्क अम्बुवाग इसका आत्मा मैं हूँ और आत्मा क्या है इसका शुचि करने वाला क्वालिटी दैट इज मी. And Shuchiname Apaham Ashuchi is an ultimate Vedantic thing. And we saw it some 1 year, 2 months back, maybe 14, 15 months back. I remember vaguely. Ki Ashuchi is only because of Dvaita. And whenever there is two, definitely one will make other the Ashuchi, this will make that Ashuchi. It is unavoidable. The only way to avoid the Ashuchi is to see the oneness. Therefore, the Lord is purity of all purity, is one without second Brahma. Only in that all Ashuchi possibilities go away. Else, possibilities are there for Ashuchi. Ashuchi means impurity. Impurity means that which makes us feel disturbed, agitated, and gives a feeling of sorrow, distaste. They're all Ashuchi. It can be a word, it can be an action, it can be a place, it can be the thing, all of them. So I am the purity. Therefore, Pavitranam Pavitram Yo, Mangalanam Cha Mangalam, Daivatam Devatanam Cha, Bhutanam Yo, Avyah Pita. See, Vishnu Sahasranam starts with Pavitranam Pavitram. Yeah, this is Bhagavan's Vibhuti. Therefore, if we are Shuchi, consciously we have to become. First of all, we have to become aware that we are in Ashuchi Jivana Vidhanam, and we should know what is Shuchi. Slowly, we have to enter into that. Everything we have to change slowly. We must change, but slowly. So must change slowly, but must change. It won't happen overnight. Dheere, dheere. So the Lord is the purer than the purest as Parabrahma, and as the purifier because of his Nama, and the Lord himself is purifier in all the purifying aspects of Vayu, Agni, Arka, Ambu, Vaku. Okay? हो गया. Now next comes Yoganam Atma Samrodha. Bhagavan says, among all the yogas, Atma Samrodha is me. Atmanaha Samyak Rodhanam. Here Atma is Antakarana Chitta, because that is what is we, all of us. And with that only we are there most of the time, though we live with body, but all bodily actions, bodily desires, bodily experiences of Sukha, Dukha are felt not on the body, but in the Antakarana. Therefore, more closer than the Dehendriyas is our own Antakarana to us. Therefore, Atma is Antakarana, that is Chitta. That Samrodha, Samyak Rodhanam, fully putting it under our own regulation control, is called as the yoga, the best among the yogas, and I am that. That's why we say today, for Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, you have to do them. To do them, you have to have the Mana Buddhi in your control. Without the control of Mana Buddhi to some extent, you can't do other three sadhanas. You can operate a patient, but if he's available and available to for us to operate, and when he's allowing us to keep him on the bed, तब जाकर करेंगे ना. Karma, bhakti, jnana are the operations, but worthy of operation is yoga. He should be available. पहले उड़ के भाग ही जा रहा है वो, तो क्या इंजेक्शन दोगे? Operation is done on the antakarana through karma, bhakti, jnana. But antakarana should be available in the hospital, get admitted. That admission is nirodha, not allowing him to go anywhere, calling him to hospital, taking him to that operation theater, sticking him only to that bed of operation. There are also hands, legs, everything tied. All that cannot be tied, therefore anesthesia is given. When that is given, now is fully available for karma, bhakti, jnana. You know, the karma is done by the nurses and all, then bhakti is done by the attending junior doctors, and jnana is given by the senior doctors. The jnani doctor says, cut it. That newly joined doctor with all devotion, love, cuts it. In all the karma yogi, they supply all the instruments. Is it not? So, yoga nam atma sambrodha. And this is what the topic will end also, as I said yesterday. But keep in mind, we have to mind our mind. All is into that one. Every sadhana leads to mind control. Mind controlled mind should be used for bhakti or jnana, for the mukti. So, by saying so, Bhagavan is saying that you can invoke me by the Atma Samrodha. It is possible, it is required, it is to be attempted for Atma Samrodha. It's my mind, my thoughts. What is happening in me? Like in our house, what's happening? Should we know or not if you are the owner, head of the house? Definitely, else everything chaotic. So too, I am the owner of my life. In my life house, there is the mind. What is happening in that? Should we not know? Atma Sambodha. And in the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali, he gave us those 8 techniques. 5 sadhanas external, 3 are internal. So, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara are the outer, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi are inner. Now imagine at the age of 10, 15, we started studying this. By the age of 25, we mastered that intellection. And 25 to 45, we have started doing thorough practice. By 45, would have not been the experiencer of all that. From 45 to 60, reveling in life of Adhyatmika Pragati, serving the entire world. Is it not the beautiful way of planning? मैं तो ऐसा सोच रहा हूँ अगले जन्म है तो एक जन्म में मुक्ति नहीं मिला तो Bhagwan, from birth only make me yogi, not CM of Uttar Pradesh. From the beginning, know everything as leave that and let guide the world, love the world, serve the world. For that, this is the practice. In this life, we started it. Nothing wanted now except our Kritagnata to Guru Parampara and Shastra and our loving seva to the fellow Jivas through the mutual study of Shastra. There's nobody speaker here. Gurus only are speaking here to all of us. We are also listeners. Okay. So, Samrodha Yoganam Atma Samrodha. In that, the Mana Samrodha is lesser number of thoughts, that also good thoughts and emotions. At the intellect level, Shastra oriented discrimination. At Chitta level, repeatedly, by repetition, store in the Chitta only good things. That is our Atma Samrodha Yoga. Under the Ahankara level, Ahankara is only functional and an instrument in the hands of the Lord. The only two jobs of the ego in me is act as the Lord tells us through the Shastras, doing that. Second is merge back in unison with the Lord. There's only two things for the ego to be done. Other than that, if it takes independence, freedom, and it gets friendship with the Dehendriya Adi, it is causing harm to itself. We should not want that. This is how, at the four levels of Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankara, in short, the meaning of Samrodha. If that is done, that is me only. Means, if you do this, you will be propitiating the Lord. Or do the propitiation of the Lord and ask from Him this. If this is asked, He will be giving it more happily. Other things, if you ask, He will give but not happily, because with them you go away from the Lord. Spashta. So yoga nama atma samrodha. Then mantrosmi vijigishata. I am the mantra, I am the technique, I am the formula in the victory when I want to be victorious. Therefore, victory is possible. There are principles for it, techniques for that. That mantrana is me. Therefore, whenever you want victory anywhere in the positive thing, invoke the Lord's grace. From some source, you will get it. Secondly, wherever you are victorious, it is because of the mantra, and that mantra is Bhagavan only. All scientific discoveries, the scientific principles are kept by the Lord, and He Himself revealed to through that particular scientist's mind. Scientist is different. His mind is different. What scientist is a physical fellow. Where is he born? What is the language, mother tongue? Yes, a external scientist, physical. But internally, the Manabuddhi scientist, whichever the country he belongs to, Bhagavan doesn't bother. For the Lord, the entire Brahmandas are His own. How can He differentiate? So whoever is fit to Him, He reveals that. That is why all the great scientists, saints are not isolated to any particular place. They are everywhere there. To whomever He reveals when He is fit. So He got that mantra and He got victorious on that. With every scientific discovery, we are victorious over some or the other natural calamity or some or the other problem. See, moving from one place to other is difficult. Then all the vehicular systems are discovered, that mantrana or mantra by which we are reducing time of transport, it is His grace. So imagine the rockets, etc., travel with thousands of kilometers speed to go into the higher orbits and move. क्या मंत्र है वो बताओ? It's all mantra. He says, I am that. In other words, if you want to understand more devotionally, in any field wherever you want to achieve the success, there is a mantra. He will give you that mantra, provided we are devotees to the Lord. So let us now pray, Bhagavan, we want to grow Adhyatmika. We want to be spiritually growing till we reach your feet. Please give that mantra. Pray this for 10 days. He will give all the clear understanding. बेटा तुम यहाँ फंसे हो, यहाँ या तुमको ये छोड़ना है, ये जरूरी है, इसको पकड़ना है, ऐसा अपने दिन को माउल्ड करो, अपने माइंड का इंटेंशंस को प्यूरिफाई करो, and your mold your lifestyle like this. He will give. Like you go to doctor, he just checks up what you do every day. He asks, we tell. So because these things, these are there, now everything is changed. The diet chart changed, the getting up time, the exercise time, the evening sleeping time. सब वो बना के दे. If you follow it, you are fit into a few months of time. In the same way, through Guru, through Shastra, the Lord reveals the mantra, then we become victorious in everything. We are thinking about our victory only in a discovering the truth or the self. No other thing, nothing lesser than that. Oh Lord, please make us very strong in this conviction. Other than this, there should be no conviction in us. Please bless us at this very moment by saying Tathastu. Like in the morning class, Mandukya, when both of them are fighting, Anubodamahe, Evamastu. The Lord bless us. Tathastu keke. So, mantrosmi vijigishataam. Then, anvikshiki kaushalanam. So, the human being's specialities is got buddhi. It has got infinite kushalata which can be developed. Dexterity, kushalata, improvised upon. Is it not like the gramophone record? That's a principle. But went on improving, improving, improving. See what an extent it has come to. The trunk call, then telephone call, then cordless, then slowly the mobile phones have come in that also. These are called kushalata. In any field, we can improve upon kushalata. And who does the kushalata is buddhi only. Okay. So among all the greatest kushalatas of buddhi means the perfect practices or applications of buddhi, I am anvikshiki. Means when the buddhi is used for anvikshiki, that is the ultimate kushalata and that is me. What is anvikshiki? Anu nirantaram, whatever remains, iksha, trying to see that. Means what? That which is permanent, seeing that, not that which is continuously changing. We are only able to see now the changeful only. The changeless substratum we have not understood. So, through the highest contemplative meditative level, when you reach at that level, we can see the changeless Paramatma in the seemingly changing Nama Rupa. That Atmanatma Viveka, that Satya Satya Viveka, that Nitya Nitya Viveka is Anvikshiki. And that is the one which a Buddhi does Kushala, that is me. Anvikshiki Kaushalanam. So, in the people who have the Kushalata, Kaushalyata, now on them I am Anvikshiki. So, to put it in our simple words, only through the study of Vedas, when we are searching out the Paramatma, then we are really Kushala, and that Kushalata is Lord. Again, other than that Kushalata, you can have so many other Kushalata of studying the Yajna Yagas of the Veda and perform the Yajna with so much Kaushalyata that you become even Indra. Is it not? In this very world also, use your intellect's capacity, Kaushalyata, and then you can become Prime Minister, you can Chief Minister, you can become Karodpati, you can become anybody. All of them are the Buddhi Kushalatas, result of Buddhi Kushalata only. These are all worldly. Even there is a Buddhi Kushalata misused to cheat others, to deceive others. Every day it's happening. वो भी बुद्धि कुशलता है. एक चोरी करना, डकैती करना, टेरराइज करना, नॉट एन ऑर्डिनरी थिंग. चीट करना दूसरों को कुशलता है, बट नॉट एट ऑल पॉजिटिव, डिस्ट्रक्टिव. In this way, if you see from the negative kushalata to positive, in the positive from the lowest and highest kushalata is anvikshiki, where we are discovering the self. Nityo nityanam, chetanas chetananam, eko bahunam, yo vidadati kaman tamatmastam yenu pashan dhiraha. That person is called kushala, who is doing anvikshiki, and that kushalata is me. Kausalana means there are 100 intelligent people. Among them, if 4 or 5 are there who are doing Atma and Atma Viveka, that is me. What about the other people who have intellect to using the intellect to help the world in scientific discoveries, in making the roads, townships, plannings, financial developments? ये भी मैं हूँ, but ये सब तो आपको उसी स्थाई पे जीव के स्थाई में रखेंगे ना. They don't help you to realize yourself. Therefore, they are later. But among them, the anvikshiki kushalata is me. Anvikshiki kaushalanam. Okay? Vikalpaha khyatibadinam. The interesting thing it is, कि only the experience which can make us drop all the vikalpata. Less lower than the experiential level is the level at the intellect. Intellect, depending on the data available to it, depending on its capacity to understand, depending on its subtlety, it conceptualizes things. Concepts are concepts, they are not real. When one intellect can make one concept, other intellects can make other concepts. Is it not? Therefore, endless concepts are made. Khyati is called concept. Vikalpa means variety. The Vikalpa Khyati means I am the endless variety and difference in all the Khyatis. What is higher than Khyati is Anubhava. In that Anubhava, there is no Vikalpa. That's why it's called Nirvikalpa. निर्विकल्प आत्मानुभव में ख्याति की जरूरत नहीं है. ख्याति मीन्स कॉन्सेप्ट ना. When the concept is not clear, then where is the vikalpa? And as long as vikalpa is there, there is always fighting. When two are there of opposite nature, they fight. See the morning class of Mahandukya. The Vaisheshika Nayyayika say, how come from the Sat the creation comes? Sat to already hai, pagal hai. See that Vaisheshika Nayyayika fighting with the Sankhyan. Sankhya also says same thing. You say from Asat world came. How come from Asat something in come? Buddhulok? Then our Advaita Jata Vedantin, he says, Bhaiya, you both are right. Therefore, creation is not there. What is there is only Ekameva Advaita. See, morning class, evening class, they go together. Then comes Strinam to Shatarupa Aham. Among all the strees, I am the Shatarupa. And Pumsam Swayambhuvo Manuho. Among the Purushas, I am the Swayambhuva Manu. This Swayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa are the first expression of humans. Okay? And from them only, we all have come. That's why we are called Manushya. Manu and Shatarupa Santati. Therefore, Manushya. The Manu Shatarupa are the first human creation. And from there only, the creation through couples started. Before that, the creation was just by the looks, by the sankalpa, by the thought. That's it. And all was manasika creation before that. Sharirika started from Manu Shatarupa. So, Adam, Eve, they say Adi, Manav, dono milav to. The first of the creation, Manu Shatarupa. Who are they? Brahmadeva himself became into two as these two. That's why one of the Vibhuti will come again later on. And this Manu Shatarupa's life was so wonderful that though their 5 children of Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti, then Priyavrata, Uttanapada, entire Bhagavata filled with their glorious lives only. Wonderful it is. So Manushana, Strinam Shatarupaham, then Pumsam Swayambhuvo Manuho. Okay. Now Narayana Muninam ja. Among all the munis who are Mauna Rupa doing vrata, doing the dhyanam, tapasya, for the sake of the entire universe well-being, among those Muni is the one who remains quiet and keeps on doing something for the benefit of others. Among them, I am Narayana himself, who is there in Badrinath and the Narayana Parvata doing tapasya, himself becoming as two as Narayan. एक ही भगवान दो रूप में निरंतर तपस्या. And only purpose of Narayana's tapasya is for the evolution of all jivas. And do you know, like, how many farmers are working so hard for getting us all the grains, paddy? How many weavers are working hard to get us the clothes? So many things we consume every day. Do you know how many munis in their mauna continuously working for our sustenance? Who is bringing out the crude petrol from the earth, who is processing it, purifying it, filling it, transporting it. And everywhere there are people mauna rupa working. And anybody who seriously works mauna, you observe the gol gappe wala. When he four children or youngsters are standing for gappe, he'll have to in mauna he just don't talk. करके डालता रहता है. Everywhere there is mauna. A guru, while teaching, vocally speaking outside, but inside is mauna. In that mauna only, he is assessing what is to be spoken, at what speed or length, or to whom in what way he is going on speaking. The rivers mauna rupa flowing and giving the earth a required liquidity so that it can give the crops. The sun slowly moving to give us heat and light. ये सब मुनि लोग हैं. मौन में रहकर सेवा करते. Like the mother at home, very silent. 4 o'clock she gets up, cleans the house. I know you are laughing at it. I'm talking about the women of 50 years back. Then before anybody gets up, she already in the backyard kept all these wood and made the water ready hot. Then she wakes up one by one and take hot bath. By the time they bath, she does her puja, etc. Then she already ready for making the requirements breakfast. देखो मौन. In this world, the ultimate powerful things are all silently serving. The wind blowing, the sun moving, the earth rotating, the rivers flowing, everything. The trees giving plant fruits and flowers. Silent. जो बकबक करता है ना, कुछ करता नहीं सिवाय बकबक का. जो साइलेंट होता है वो कम से कम साइलेंट होकर अशांति को तो फैलाएगा नहीं. But he is muni with mauna and muni, then he will give more and more productivity to the world. Anyway, muni namaham narayana. Okay, it is two meanings. Among all the munis, I am Narayana Muni who is doing tapasya. Second, in all the munis, the maunatva as well as mananatva is because of me. Third, those munis in their mauna and manana, when they reach to ultimate goal, it is me only again, Narayana. So these are all deeper explanations. For the Vibhuti's sake, Narayana is a great Muni. Among all the Munis, he is Paramatma. And he is sitting there in Badrinath, sitting in his own tapasya. You can feel that when you have little devotion. For everything you have to have base and preparation, Baba. हर एक चीज के बेस बिना नहीं होता. बेस बना रहे हैं अभी तक नहीं बना, अभी खुदाई हो रही है. Come to next one. Then Kumaro Brahmacharinam. Among all the Brahmacharins, the Sanat Kumara is me. Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara. These four are the Brahma Manasa Putras. They don't grow more than 5 years age. They are Digambara. They are eternally there. Among them, Sanat Kumara I am. The Sanat Kumara comes and gives Sanat Sujatiyam also to our Yudhishthira. Uttana Vedanta Jnana. I feel once I must take Sanat Sujatiyam text of 40-50 shlokas. Brahma Vidya is given in that. By Sanat Kumara to Yudhishthira. These are the four Kumaras. All the four are me, but Sanat Kumara is more famous. And to this world, one step lower than Narayana, if one person is the total commander, leader of this present world, philosophically, higher spiritual level, mein, Sanat Kumara is ruling the universe now. According to the higher visioned yogis. Sanat Kumar के अधीन में हम सब है. He is monitoring all these Prajapatis, all the Saptarishis, everybody are under his guidance. Sanat Kumar. And Brahmacharinam Kumaraha. And what is the greatness of their Brahmacharya? It is twofold. Eternally they are brahmacharis. Second, their brahmacharya they are fulfilling in only the Brahma Chintanam, Brahma Upadesha, Brahma Jnana, Brahma Anubhava. Other than Brahma, they don't come out all, at all. Sanat Kumar. So that means, therefore, Sanat Kumar is there. And the Sanat Kumara Upasana helps us to come out of Kamadi Vikara as per Narayana Kavacham. Sanat Kumara Vatu Kamadevat, as they say. So Kumaranam Sanat. Brahmacharinam Kumarosmi. Okay? Kumaro Brahmacharan. Now comes Dharmanam Asmi Sannyasa. Among all the dharmas to be practiced. Dharma means that which we must to do. Having done which we don't get benefit, but if you don't do it, you will have the incurring loss. धर्म का मतलब जनरली वो होता है, करो तो कोई फायदा नहीं, नहीं करो तो नुकसान. What is the nuksan if dharma is not done? You will be demoted from that post. Like I'm a human being. Human dharmas are there. When I'm fulfilling them, I'm not awarded or rewarded. If I don't do them, I'll be taken away from the human life, given an animal life. Demotion हो जाता. And all सत्य बोलना, अहिंसा रखना, ये सब धर्म है. It's minimum you have to do as a human. Everything awardable things नहीं है वो. As a human, when you do the punya, then the seva, which are not dharma, beyond dharma, in that also the anveshana through anvikshiki of the ultimate, then you are given, you are doing such thing, Lord gets prompted, tempted to give you the higher evolutionary lives. Okay? Now, as a human being, therefore, for us, the Lord says, the ultimate dharma is sannyasa only. See, very clear it is. Dharmanamasmi sannyasaha. Now, I can talk on this for hours together. 2-3 thoughts you will catch, not more. What is that? In this world, what is that which belongs to us? The soul. Nothing belongs to us. But how many things we own? When we own the things which are not ours, is it not adharma? When we own the things which are not ours, it is adharma. Therefore, what is the dharma? Disown everything. Disowning is sannyasa. See, in that sannyas भी आ गया, धर्म भी आ गया, भक्ति भी आ गया, ज्ञान भी आ गया, वैराग्य भी आ गया. In one practice of sannyasa. And this is dharma, means this is ought to be done. Therefore, we are only here as trustees, came to take care of things as trustee and protect them, develop them, keep for the next generation. We can't own anything. We can't use even them for enjoying ourselves. What we are doing now? Not only enjoying, but lavishly misusing and exploiting and destroying everything. Such a bhayankara adharma we are doing because of our ownership on the things. Sannyasa is सबसे बड़ा धर्म है. Therefore, you think for yourself. We have to take on before dying at least for 1-2 years, live life of a sannyasi. Don't say, Swami, मैं अकेले रहता हूँ, मैं कोर्टयार्ड में, मैं big house of multiplex, our children stay, I'm in the back place. I'm like, no, नाटक मत कर. Really sannyas लेके stay in the ashram. Many people, Swami, I'm karma yogi. What karma yogi? बर्तन मांज रहे हो घर में, बेवकूफ. Don't belittle spiritual sadhanas by comparing with what you do in the samsara. You're insulting them. कभी कभी टाइम पास मजाक के लिए चलता, but don't make it a trend. It's wrong. It's an insult. You have to keep up the respect and reverence towards our spiritual sadhanas and all. If you do or don't do, doesn't matter. No, उसको बेइज्जती मत करो. Read Mahabharata or not, your choice. But don't call the fighting at home as Mahabharata. Don't insult the Shastra. महापाप लगेगा. Clear? So here says dharmanamaham sannyasa. So start doing. Sannyasa is the highest stage to be achieved. in the process of which slowly we start giving at least the negative, detrimental things. Thereafter, slowly the dependencies we give up, and slowly the identities we give up. Detrimental dependencies, identities. Then this aham also is merged in the meditation in the infinite. Like the river does sannyasa right from the mountain when it starts. But its sannyasa completes when it merges in the ocean. Mm, is it not? So sannyas. Therefore, anybody in that sannyasi dress, do namaskar, pranam to them. If you want, get blessing. If not, at least go away. Don't comment. Don't say anything. Because Bhagavan in that रूप. यानी इन दैट संन्यास धर्म में रहकर परमात्मा को जानते में हम सबको विवेक वैराग्य भक्ति ज्ञान देने वाले गुरु लोग नहीं है तो वी विल बी वर्स देन राक्षसास एंड वर्स देन द एनिमल्स बिकॉज एनिमल्स डोंट हैव वेपन्स एटसेट्रा टू किल ईच अदर वी हैव सो मच टू डिस्ट्रॉय ईच अदर is in all religions such saintly people are there who are protecting them from becoming demonical as well as animalistic. I'm asking forgiveness from the animals for using them as example. Many a time they are better than us. Hmm. So धर्माणाम अहम संन्यासः. Therefore संन्यास सब मनुष्यों का धर्म है, ड्यूटी. To put it more practically, at your own language in today's world, once you reach the age of 65, give up all the things to the next generation. You relax. Every outer property things, give it to Lord. Entire health thing, give it to the world, children and all. Entire this body, health and all, give it to the Lord and Prarabdha. You take up Paramatma. Because sannyasa means sati nisheshena asa. Sati means Paramatma. Nishchayena, sorry. Asa means sitting. Sannyasa means not giving up. Sannyasa is taking up. Taking Paramatma up is called sannyasa. But to take up Paramatma, the world is the abstraction. Therefore, you give up the world, it is said. Thereafter, giving up is defined as sannyasa, which is not complete. Like brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is not only celibacy. Brahmani charanam brahmacharya. To revel in Brahman is brahmacharya. But for that, all the indriya bhoga are obstruction. Therefore, restraint from all of them is the first. Later on, it is coined brahmacharya means not indulging. No, involving in Paramatma is brahmacharya. Not only non-indulgence. So too, giving up the world is not sannyasa. Taking up the Lord is sannyasa. So, dharmanam sannyasa. So, it is our dharma before we leave our body to near to our own essential self. You may not do completely, but consciously, even if little bit you do, your life is dhanya. Consciously. Consciously. Not just Guru is teaching, we are coming to class and listening. No, it's mechanical. How many ever number of lectures you listen, it won't help at all. You have to feel yourself in that present and take up that charge and do at least something. संकल्पबद्ध होकर साधना करने से साधना कहते हैं उसको. अपने आप जो टाइम पास के लिए करते हैं साधना नहीं. आई एम नॉट इन्वॉल्व देयर. There's a difference between the gully cricket match and international match, no? The gully cricket में there's no commitment. कहीं on the road you keep the wickets. Any traveler comes, you have to remove the wicket and put it. But in the international match, the rules, the regulations, the victory and defeat, all things are there. No. In the same way, committed is sadhana. Like japa. Which japa? Om Namo Narayana. Commitment on Om Namo Narayana. How many times? Dekho 21 lakhs. In how many days? 365 days. Therefore, how many per day? This many. How many hours it takes? 5 hours. This is called sadhana, commitment. Sankalpabadha. Consciously means I just explained. Anyway, come to the next one. Dharmanam asmi sannyasaha. No, even beautiful like this. Other one is what? Kshemanam abahirmatihi. Okay. Kshemanam abahirmatihi. You know, it's the most important thought, this one. Little I touched today, more will say tomorrow. Kshema means safety and security. in the safety and security of ours. What is Lord? Abahirmarhiti means non-extrovertedness. What is the meaning of abahirmati? Therefore, antarmati. Therefore, what is the most safe and secure way of life? Introvertedness. The moment the mind through senses goes out, you are destroyed. As Paramatma, as Sadhaka, as a Jignasu, as a Bhakta, as a Dharmika, even as a minimum a human being also. There's no shame. Very sublime thought this is. Need some explanation. Tomorrow we'll see that. I am the introvertedness in all the safeties and securities. Why? Because inside only the Lord is there. Inside only the Anandam is there. Inside only the bliss is there. The moment you come outside, you see what that which is not there. Then when it is not at all there, the more you run towards it, you will only tired of running without getting anything. Therefore, आपको सेफ्टी चाहिए तो बाहर मत जाना, अंतर्मुख. कोरोना की तरह भगवान से ऐसी अबहि क्षेमाणाम अबहि मतिहि. Abahirmati means intellect which is introverted, not extroverted. Some more we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sad Gurunath Maharaj ki jai. Good, going on few vibhutis we are trying to see. अच्छी तरह पढ़ लो, सुनो. Now 10 minutes gap for Ramayana class. I have something to do. 10 minutes I am giving. Okay. I also need 10 minutes. Maybe every day.